Boom shakalaka, Bitcoin is at one of these 2 points in the cycle. And here's the very exciting news. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, a lot of very interesting charts for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, including where exactly Bitcoin is in the cycle, where price could go, and the very exciting news. Before we get into it, guys, like the video, helps out so much. Now today, Fear and Greed 76, up from yesterday's 74 and also last week's 72. The overall market, however, down 2% today. Bitcoin at 51,000, Ethereum at 29.35, BNB at 377, Solana 102, XRP 53 cents, Cardano 58 cents, Avalanche $36, and Tron 13 cents. And Bitcoin, look at this nice little ascending trend channel forming. A little bit of resistance, a little bit of support here, and also resistance on the top. Right now, today, support would be $50,369. So Bitcoin could continue in that trend. Should it break below there? Well, we have support roughly around $48,000. And if we take a look right now, Bitcoin has been on an absolute tear this past month. It's up 37% in the past 21 days. Consolidation here would be normal. And you have to consider there are some massive institutions like BlackRock buying lots of Bitcoin, like on average over 4,000 a day. Should they continue this for the rest of the year, that would be 1 million Bitcoin, almost 5% of the total supply, over half of the total Bitcoin available on exchanges at this time. So we could be seeing some crazy scarcity going on, and yet the demand has not even begun to peak, which is very interesting. If we take a look on Google search trends, we can see right now that back in 2021, it was at 100. Right now, it is at 18 in terms of search popularity. So right now, nobody is looking. Scarcity is setting up, and yet no demand, but there is minimal overhead supply. As soon as that demand starts to peak, the price is going to go dramatically through the roof. There is no more resistance above where the price is right now. So that leaves us a very interesting question. Where are we right now? Based on this chart right here, the Bitcoin hodler net position change, as soon as these red lines get to the negative $50,000 area, Bitcoin's in one of 4 potential areas: a cycle bottom, a mid top, or the start or end of a parabola. Well, we're not the cycle bottom because that was in November. And we can assume we're not the cycle top because the Pi cycle top and CBBI.info are not flagging the top. So that would either leave us a mid-cycle top or the start of a parabola. Now, mid-cycle top, price comes down from there. Start a parabola, price comes up from there. And if we take a look here, there is a possibility price may come down a little bit. The TD sequential indicator on the 3-day chart. The past 2 times it signaled on the 3-day chart, Bitcoin corrected 10%. It just signaled once again. Could we be in for a 10% gain, bringing Bitcoin price down to roughly $47,000? Yeah, certainly possible. We also have Bitcoin fish, those owning 10 to 100 Bitcoin. They've been selling off for the past few weeks. Now, they did this back in 2019 where they sold off dramatically and then bought back in as the price lowered. Could the price be going down? Is this a mid-cycle top? It's possible. 50% chance. 50% chance it's about the moon. Because if we take a look at the 4-hour candles, we can see the stock RSI setting up a double bottom just like it did back here where price went sideways right before a very hard pump. We could be in for another very hard pump. We also have this right here, not only a crossing of the log MACD, but also a Bollinger Band with squeeze right here with Bitcoin above the midline. The last 2 times this happened, this was beginning of parabola territory, not mid-cycle top territory. You see there was no squeeze back there at the mid-cycle top. Also, based on the alligator, the Williams alligator, this is suggesting we are entering the second phase of the bull run. When the alligator flipped bullish, which it already did back here at the end of 2023, and when the Bitcoin closes the weekly candle above the 61.8 fib, which it just did. And look what happens after this second phase of the bull run. All parabola up territory. Both of these things suggesting it is massive parabola time for Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest parabolas we may have ever seen based on these moving averages, the MA 200 and 100 lines right here. When they have narrowing, parabola happens shortly afterwards. Now, the greater the narrowing, the greater the parabola. Well, look at this. This narrowing was so great that it actually crossed. Could suggest the biggest of biggest parabolas if you like to read between the lines. And if you don't, we can just say based on probability, it would be unwise and improbable to expect Bitcoin to trade below 27.5 or above 135. So either way, we're still closer to the bottom, and I'm not a betting man, but it's still a pretty decent bet. So that's all for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video, come join us on Twitter at @cryptolove. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.